What's going on, folks? Elijah here. Beautiful Saturday, August 1st, 2020. About to take me a little ride. It's been a little warm today. We got the house. It's like almost supposed to be like 90 today up in the valleys and the inland part. But luckily I live near the coast where it's only about, high 70s I'd say right now. I figure I'd put my summer gear, my hot weather gear on. It's not as protective, unfortunately. I'm gonna get some bad road rash if I go down, but that's kind of the chance I'm taking today. Obviously, generally though, I definitely recommend people wear full gear, even when it's hot. You get used to it. But just an absolutely beautiful weekend here in SoCal. Sunny Los Angeles, as they say. Figure I'd take me a good little aimless ride real quick. Get out of the house for a minute. I really need to be at home washing my laundry and cleaning up. But you got a motorcycle, who wants to do all that, man, right? Especially on a nice sunny day like today is. So I guess today I'm going to talk about, our current health crisis we're having in America. I know a lot of y'all don't believe it, but whatever. That's your choice, but that is not mine. That's not that. Me, I'm an asshole to people just because I work in a dynamic environment and not everybody wears a mask like they're supposed to, which makes me have to be a jerk most of the time to people, which they're not. Well, a lot of people, they're not used to a 6-foot black guy tell them to say 6 feet back, and I also have to tell them like I'm absolutely serious, man. You're gonna have to stay 6 feet away from me. You don't have a mask on. It may make you feel degraded, but hey, like I said, it makes you have to be a jerk, but that's not much different from the way I was before the COVID-19 crisis. I'm kind of a contentious person, and I have no problem doing battle with whatever adversaries may arise in this tired old world of ours. If you don't want to wear a mask, you won't believe in COVID, that's fine, but you don't have your right to impose your beliefs upon me. Just like, hey, you don't wear a helmet, you don't wear gear, that's your choice. But it doesn't give you a right to impose your choice upon me to do that. That's just you. Maybe if you got some influence over your friends or something, you can do something like that. But otherwise, you're not my group leader. Michigan plate. Out of that winter. Go ahead, tell Michigan cars that'd be dirty. It's like my bike. I need to wash this thing. But whatever, I'll take a ride instead, man. You can watch this thing anytime. Matter of fact, that's how my car looked when I had a car. It was dirty all the time. I never cleaned that bug out here. Doesn't help that out here it don't never rain either. These cars just get dusty. Especially here on the coast, near the freeways and stuff. Good old Sony studio. And that's kind of just, people trying to impose their beliefs, on other people. I just really don't get it, personally. I understand, like, especially when people are believing just anything, like what the doctors are putting alien DNA in medicine. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on that. And you can tell me all you want to. Me, I'm a atheist or secular. I don't believe any of that. But Jesus, I believe that if you crash your motorcycle with no helmet, you land on your head. You're gonna be lucky if you can regret it. That's just all there is to it. But and I believe in physics, and if you don't believe in physics, well, you shouldn't be riding a motorcycle because you do have to have some basic understanding of concepts like angular momentum, which is what allows you to go in a turn and lean your bike over and not fall over flat. Angular momentum is just physics, man. It's the same stuff that keeps the stars and planets in their orbits and everything else. Guides motorcycle riding and bicycle riding, car riding. That's why you get body roll in your car when you're going around a turn fast. Because each track of the car is trying to go away from each other in opposite directions. And that's how the physics of that works. So I don't understand people telling people not to wear gear as if somehow physics does not apply to them somehow, and that their belief will somehow absolve them of any consequences from not doing that. Not wearing full gear, which is just absolutely, it's bananas. At least in my opinion. And that's not to say that I'm some motorcycle riding expert, but basic physics governs motorcycle riding. I'm sorry, that's just all there to it. Like if I go down right now with just this chest protector on and these elbow pads, I'm gonna get some pretty bad road rash most likely on my arm. It's gonna be a burn, and that's just how the physics of going down without having something to protect your skin goes on a motorcycle. Hey, motorcycle love. But and there's really only thing you can do to counteract the physics is to wear extra protection on your body. And that doesn't mean you won't get road rash through your gear. Like, hey, I got these leather pants on. When I crash in them, I got road rash on my knees still through the gear, through the leather pants. But the leather pants also grabbed the road and helped protect me when I went down and slow me down so that my helmet could save my life and I didn't break my neck when I went in the side case of that Harley. 35 miles an hour. Maybe my body was going 15, 20 when it hit the ground. Maybe they lose speed pretty quick. But if you're gonna believe something, don't believe these micro idiots out here that just say anything just so they can sound cool or whatever. You got all the hardy guys. They got the the DOT bandanas on in other states that don't have helmet laws. And I'm from Michigan, and one thing I know being from there is that people, once they repeal the helmet law, except for the old guys who wear the gold wings and stuff, people just do not. They're not going to wear a brain bucket or anything if there is no law. And it's absolutely preposterous. I always tell people about the Gary Busey back in the 90s, early 90s. He went for a ride down to Culver City here, and a week after he went to an anti-helmet rally, because that's when they implemented a helmet law here, he was like made a U-turn and dropped his bike, hit his head on the curb, and he was like he is now. He had a critical head injury that it still affects his quality of life today. I mean, he seems like a pretty happy person still. He could have had a near-death experience, but I hate to tell you that, most people that hit their head, they have a near-death experience. And it's pretty common for that to happen. Except, obviously the people that don't make it, they don't get to have any type of experience at all. So obviously to each his own. That's one of the things that you get to do, riding, is you get to talk to other motorcyclists of all walks of life. And I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody like, man, I'm glad you wear full gear, man, even on a little bike, because, I used to not wear full gear, and then me and my buddy were riding, and one of them, he went down, and the pain that I had to see him go through just was like, man, it was eye-opening, and maybe they didn't learn the lesson themselves, but, I want to see my mama again, personally, after all this COVID-19 crisis is over. Shout out, Mom. And I want to give myself, if gear going to keep you from getting killed, if you get crushed or squished, No. But it's going to give you a better chance of not sustaining severe injuries, which you're likely going to have riding a motorcycle if you get into any type of accident, even a small one. Even a fender bender's bad on a motorcycle. And that's just that's all there really is to it, is that. And, you really kind of have to weigh your options, I know a lot of guys that got family. I don't have a family, kids or something to get home to, but, if I did, it's one of those things that, the guy I watch, MC Ryder, he's an instructor on YouTube, and I definitely like to watch his stuff because he has some good information and just some good advice and experience. And, one of the things he said to me about, why he wears a helmet is, he said, just on one of his episodes, is the reason why he wears his gear is because he wants to get home to his daughters and his 2 daughters and his wife. And that's important. Very important to him. So, I know a lot of people out there riding without a cause and nothing to lose and whatnot, but you really should ask yourself about what you really do have to lose. I love riding a motorcycle, but it's not the only thing I want to do in my life. And, there are a lot worse ways to go, like, getting your neck crushed by the police while you're begging for your life. But, if when you get hurt, I want to know that I've given myself the best chance I could have given myself. I feel like that way I can live with, or die with no regrets. And that's kind of the same reason why I wear my, my face mask, and I even wear goggles at work now. Because, if I get COVID and die of COVID, I want to know that I did everything that I could to keep myself alive and give myself the best chance of survival. And I don't understand, there's no, you're not going to gain anything by you're not going to lose anything by protecting yourself, other than probably a few bucks that you probably spend on crap anyways. And that's why I wear my own PPE. I don't even use their stuff. I use my own gear. I source my own gear. If I got to pay a little extra money for it, I really don't care. Because there's a bunch of, unfortunately, there's a bunch of COVID idiots up there, and until it hits our offices and cats get sick and start dropping dead, then people, they're going to be scrambling. They're going to be crying about, people aren't doing enough, or why didn't you, take care, why didn't you save us, when they probably could have saved themselves, instead of, relying on somebody else's ability to save them. And I think that's, that's kind of what you're doing. You're relying on other people who probably don't care about you to keep you safe. And that's just absolutely crazy, in my opinion. Why would you want? It's like I don't rely on these pagers out here to keep me safe on my motorcycle. Heck no. I was arguing with a lady on Facebook earlier today. One of the groups I'm in. She was complaining that her and her boyfriend would walk through a parking lot, and some lady backed into her boyfriend. And me, riding a motorcycle, you kind of learn, like, well, did you see the reverse lights come on before she backed up? And the lady just really kind of kept making excuses for why it was unavoidable for him, and that it was only the fault of the person that backed into him. Which, yeah, lawfully, yeah, but if somebody backs over you and kills you, and you could have just avoided getting killed, isn't that worth it? To do that? Don't you want to live or be uninjured? I know there's a big culture on, don't blame the victim in America, but that's not necessarily true in all cases. And I think, if you get victimized by somebody else, the thing backs into you, you're not exactly a victim of some heinous crime necessarily. You're a victim of an accident, most likely, or somebody else's negligent carelessness. And we can try to protect ourselves from people's negligence. And we have a duty to. I'm not going to go get in a boxing ring with a professional boxer and not keep my hands up, at least. It probably ain't going to make much difference because I can't fight. But, I know if I got my hands down, I'm really going to be in trouble. It's just physics. I'm not going to be able to get my hands up fast enough to even try to, take care of myself. You know, it's just not gonna happen. You know, because their hands are already up. You know? So, you know, yeah, are there some boxers out there that are really good? They can kind of, you know, bend the curve, maybe, yeah, but that's them. You know, and I think this kind of whole culture of, you know, I know a guy who never went down and never wore gear and he's fine, and somehow that's going to apply to me, even though, you know, the statistics say that's just not going to be the case for you. It is going to apply to you if something happens. So, you know, give yourself the best chance of surviving, whether it's dealing with, you know, COVID-19 surge here we're having. You know, because I think a lot of people are obsessed about COVID. Like, if you want the COVID-19 crisis to end, then you are the only person that can make you wear a mask and social distance and wash your hands. You know, people didn't even wash their hands before this. They're having a big problem with this mess now. You know, personally, I don't get it, man. You know, people just, you know, you have a duty to pay attention in life, and I think, you know, that's one of the things, like, you know, in all my motor vehicle accidents I had as a youth, the cause was me not paying attention every single time when it was my fault. And when it wasn't my fault, it was probably because I wasn't paying attention then either. And I could have avoided the damage and stuff like that, you know. You know, because even if you're the victim of an accident, your insurance rate, you know, and you deal, well, they still might go up. They're going to say, well, you don't even try to, you just be in dangerous situations. That's how insurance companies look at it. So, I'm about to go up here to the marina. Marina Del Rey, one of the fancy parts of the city. Here on the coast. But, as you can see, there's a lot of people out, you know. As far as wearing a mask outside, you know, hey, if you're not in a crowded area, you know, it doesn't make as much sense. You know, I usually wear mine because I'm higher risk. But from the science, the sunlight kills the virus instantly. So if you're outside eating a sandwich and there aren't very people around you breathing on you, you should be, most likely you should be safe from the COVID virus. So you might want to keep a mask with you just in case. You run into some trouble. Yeah, this is an absolute gorgeous day, guys. I'm not going to ramble on anymore about the COVID idiots and the motorcycle idiots out there. You know, it's kind of like, you know, just because you never crashed, it's just kind of like I've never been shot, but it doesn't make me no tactical expert. Okay? You know, and that's why the people I watch on YouTube, as far as instruction go, are people who say wear full gear and actually know how to ride a motorcycle really well and admit that there's a process of constantly learning and improving your skills. You're never going to get perfect at it. You know, right now I'm working on a couple turning techniques. One of them, trail braking, which is, you know, one of the things I noticed. Like, I'm already doing trail braking naturally. As you get used to a bike, you kind of start doing certain things more naturally, and trail braking is one of those things that I've been experimenting with, and it does make you have better, more stable turns, and it gives you a little bit better reaction time if you run into trouble in the turn, or if there's like gravel or something like that in there. And those things are really helpful in motorcycle riding. So, you know, trail braking definitely a little more advanced technique. Definitely teach amateurs, you know, don't go grabbing the front brake. I did that. Broke my arm, dusted my leg up, almost died. Don't grab the front brake suddenly. But it is something, trail braking, now that I've started doing it, is very helpful. And that's, something that I would definitely suggest you guys check out MC Ryder. He's I believe North Texas is where he hails from. But he's a very good instructor, especially on YouTube, and definitely take his advice to heart and find his instruction. He's not cussing every 5 minutes like some people. Some people do stupid stuff. So be safe out there, guys. Wear your gear. Don't be a COVID idiot like me. Not wearing my full gear today. But please ride safe. Enjoy yourself. Watch out for the COVID idiots. And Elijah out.